Good morning, everybody. Hello, everyone, and welcome. How is everybody today? I am DSP. Yes, I am. I am. Philium. Remember that? I used to call myself Philium. Actually, that never really happened. I just joked about it on pre-streams. How's everyone doing? Today is Wednesday, August 26, 2020. I am here live with you on Twitch. How is everyone? I hope you had a good day off yesterday from my streams. Unless somehow you were here. That would have been interesting. If you were here all day waiting for the stream to go live and it never did. That would be kind of weird. I hope that wasn't the case. I hope you went off and you had some fun. Whatever it is that you did. Whether you had some summertime fun. Whether you watch my videos on YouTube or whether you did something completely unrelated to anything here, I hope you still had a good day yesterday. I had a pretty good day yesterday. Hooey. It was a tiring day. I was very busy. I was flying left, right, up, and down. I had to go to multiple different places. Normally, someplace I wouldn't normally go, but for some reason we wanted to have baked chicken this week, and the grocery store didn't have ingredients for it. It was very frustrating. We had to go to like 3 different grocery stores to find breading for chicken. As stupid as that sounds, no grocery stores in my area had breading for chicken. I'm lost as to why this is like a hot commodity here in Washington State right now, but it was very stupid. But anyway, amongst many other things that we did yesterday, it was hot outside. There was not a cloud in the sky, which means the temperatures were in the 80s, and it was pretty hot while we were out, but it was still a fun day. And now I am back for a full week of streaming. 6 straight days of full-time streaming here for you guys. A wide variety of stuff coming up this week, which should be good. We've got actual continuing releases, new game releases, good stuff coming up, okay? So let's talk a little bit about that. I've also got a few things I want to talk about in the news that are going on. But let's talk about the schedule first. All right. So first of all, today, we're continuing on with Batman Return to Arkham City. It is the second in the 3 games made by Rocksteady in the Batman Arkham trilogy. It is, my opinion, the best game out of the 3. And we're playing the remastered edition for the PlayStation 4, which so far looks pretty damn good. I'm trying to get into the swing of things here because I've not played a Batman game in over 5 years. So trying to remember things like the combat controls and stuff is a little challenging. Although, admittedly, I'm doing better already than my original run 9 years ago because I already beat all the AR challenges. The AR, hovering challenges with your cowl, which first time around, if I remember, it was like almost an entire session of gameplay, like hours and hours of me trying to do these effing things. And I was raging and failing. And I think a major difference between today and back in the day, when I used to do game playthroughs like this, is that today I basically can control my anger. If I'm determined to beat something and I'm determined to tackle it, I usually get a little angry, but then I can laugh at it and I can focus and persevere. Well, back in the day, I used to let my rage completely overcome me, where I wouldn't even be able to focus on anything. And it would make me fail and fail and fail and fail and fail, which is exactly what happened with these AR challenges, 9 years ago. I'm serious. There's probably I think it's like a bajillion videos that I did of it, me trying to fucking beat the AR challenges. And of course, infamously, people made fun of me for it. It became one of my epic fails of 9 years ago, is that I couldn't beat the AR challenges. Then finally I did, but it took so effing long, and there was so much rage. Like I said, this time around, did I rage a little bit? A little. But I beat it within about an hour, not even an hour. I beat all the AR challenges, so... And the thing is, it's not like I've been playing Batman games and getting better at them or anything. It's just that now I handle my disappointment and my failures differently. So that was good. I'm having fun with it. As you know, Arkham City, open world, and has a ridiculous amount of content that you can just stumble upon. So many different side missions. Of course, there's a ridiculous amount of Riddler riddles to do. And I still haven't even figured out how to get the Riddler riddles to work. The ones that you have to look at the black light question marks or whatever. I haven't even figured out how to get those to work yet. So So I guess we'll see. I'm having fun with the game so far. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very important update to talk about in regards to Batman Arkham City. I already talked about it on Twitter a couple times, but I want to make it, you know, publicly up front. You guys know what's going on. So this playthrough is not going to make me a single penny on YouTube because, sadly, apparently, Warner Music Group, which is, you know, Warner Brothers Music, who own the rights to all of the music in Warner Brothers branded games, have actually, if you can believe it, loaded the dialogue, the spoken word dialogue of this game into YouTube for content ID matching purposes. So I upload my first 3 videos of Batman Return to Arkham City, and I'm not kidding, my email is filled with like dozens of emails saying that these videos are claimed and claimed and claimed and claimed and claimed by Warner Music Group over and over for individual lines of dialogue. Never in my life have I seen this happen. In the 12 years I've been uploading videos to YouTube, I've never seen a video claimed for spoken word, ever. But it's happening now. So I guess what they figured is, oh, if we take a big line of dialogue that, you know, everyone will see during a cut scene or whatever, that's how we can get everybody. That's how we can get all their videos. And so they did. They didn't, and by the way, I should call this out. They did not do the revenue share option. There is an option on YouTube to content ID claim a video, but only do a revenue share. Meaning, you know, maybe Warner Brothers would get some money on the ads. I would get some money on the ads. Oh no, Warner Brothers has outright taken full possession of these videos and is claiming full profits on them. As if they made the fucking video, right? So, is it underhanded? Is it dirty? Is it immoral? And actually, is it illegal? Yes. The answer is yes to all of those questions. Legally, this is not possible for them to do, but YouTube lets them get away with it because they're a giant corporation. You know, I could try to dispute it, but then if they stick to their guns, I mean, am I going to sue Warner Music Group? Of course not. You guys know the deal when it comes to YouTube videos and everything. I treat my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, as an archive now. You know, for a long time, for the years of 2010 all the way through 2017, it was my main source of income. It was watching my videos on YouTube. The ads that played made me my money, and that's how I earned my income and paid my bills. But in 2017, there was a YouTube adpocalypse, meaning YouTube lost a vast majority of its major advertisers. Ad revenue completely went into the toilet and never came back to the levels that it was ever at. And so because of that, I basically said I have to become a full-time streamer, and I did. And you guys know my focus here is on my streams, not on YouTube. The only reason I upload videos to YouTube is as an archive for those who cannot be here live for the streams. But, that being said, I do make some money on YouTube. Is it a ridiculous amount of money, enough to make a living? Of course it isn't, no. But, it's at least something. And it does help. If I overnight lost all my YouTube revenue, it would definitely hurt me, okay? So, this playthrough is a playthrough that I'm going to be doing for weeks. You know, at least 2 weeks. And I'm even predicting I might not even beat this game before Marvel's Avengers and Tony Hawk comes out. You know, I think I will beat Nier Automata by then. But I might still be playing this game. I'm not going to make any money on the YouTube videos at all. Okay? So, what I would ask is as follows. If you were watching this pre-stream on YouTube, if you were watching this playthrough on YouTube on demand, rather than watching it live on the streams, and you like the playthrough and you want to support the channel, please contribute in a way outside of ad revenue, because guess what? Those ads you're seeing on this video are not mine. Those ads that you're seeing on the entire Batman Arkham City playthrough are Warner Brothers making money on my work. Okay? So, there's many other ways you can contribute. You can check the description of any of the videos and you'll see a link to either, you know, tipping me or my Patreon or whatever. If you like what you're watching and you want to support, that's what you should do. Do not just rely on watching ads, because sadly, I don't get the ad revenue on these videos because Warner Brothers is greedy. Okay? So just throwing that out there. And it looks like it's going to be a while. Right? Like I said, I'm going to be playing this for a couple of weeks, so that's a lot of streams of me playing a game, and that game will not even make me no money on YouTube. So, alright. So that's the deal. Batman Arkham City continuing today. I'm excited. The open world fun. Well, I'm sure we'll do a variety of stuff. We'll probably be doing Riddler riddles. We'll probably be doing side missions we run into. And, of course, we'll advance the plot. We have to go to GCPD to advance the plot next. So it should be fun. Okay. Dr. Maul says, did they claim all the older Batman videos? Oh, absolutely. See, here's the thing. Over the years, YouTube basically did a bunch of times where everything got claimed. And one of the times when there was a major claiming was the very end of 2013. Now, keep in mind, my Batman Arkham City playthroughs from 2011. In late 2013, YouTube flipped the switch on Content ID and basically let it run rampant on everyone. Previous to that, if you had been in a partnership network, you were immune. But they flipped the switch, and overnight, about 60% of my videos at that time were claimed in 2013. Now, keep in mind, that was 7 years ago. But still, think about that. 60 to 70% of my videos, I was no longer making money on the backlog anymore, or on the archives anymore, because YouTube just decided to turn on Content ID. And what happens is every day, every single day, the algorithm runs, and more of my videos get claimed. So undoubtedly, the original Arkham City playthrough is exactly the same, and Warner Brothers has claimed the entire thing. Undoubtedly. Okay. So Arkham City here on the first stream. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Ready for some more retro fun, right? On the late stream tonight, it's more Fall Guys. We're going to do another late stream of Fall Guys, just like we did on Monday. We ended the week with Fall Guys. We're starting the week with Fall Guys, okay? So what I'm excited for now is, number one, I want to see what new outfits are available, because we earned a lot of currency on Monday night. By the way, Monday night was an outstandingly fun session of Fall Guys. If you didn't see it live, and if you didn't have a chance to watch it on YouTube, you should definitely check it out on YouTube on DSPGaming. That was crazy. We were trying to earn 3 wins so I could get the Peabody outfit before it left the store for the limited time it was available. And, man, there was some wacky stuff. I played a new mode, all right, that I had never played before for the finals, and I played it 3 different times, and every time it was wacky fun. So give it a look if you haven't seen it yet. Okay? Tonight, more Fall Guys. I'm excited. It gets me worked up. It really does. It gets the adrenaline flowing when I'm playing that game, trying to get wins. So I hope you'll join me later tonight for that. Tomorrow, we switch back to Nier Automata, the C Run, which I've now done 2 sessions of, and it's been quite interesting. Looking forward to more of that tomorrow for sure. So that's going to be exciting to see how the story goes in that, because I have no idea where it's going. I have some predictions and or guesses as to where it's going, but I have no idea if I'm, even close to the truth there. And then, tomorrow night, it'll be the continuation of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. The only session for this week of that game. I know I haven't been playing it that much, because I'm trying to get through Paper Mario right now, okay? But we are playing it tomorrow night. Friday, it's a new release. It's called Tell Me Why. It's made by Don't Nod Games, the same people who made Life is Strange. And yes, it is an episodic release. Starting on Friday, I'm going to play it. It actually comes out on Thursday, but it wasn't 100% clear if it was going to be available in time for the stream. So I scheduled it for Friday just to be safe. By then, everything should be working. You know what I mean? Everything should be fine. Okay? So, Friday, Tell Me Why. Let's see what happens with that on the main stream. Friday night will be my weekly throwback session of Street Fighter, where we play Street Fighter 2, 3, and Alpha 3. Always fun. Always laggy, but always fun. Then on Saturday, it's time for a major stream of Paper Mario: The Origami King. That's right. It's going to be the main gameplay stream, just like we did one last week. We're doing one this week on Saturday. Okay? We're going to try to get as far into World 4 as possible, which is the ocean. Seems like the ocean is quite large, but it's also going to be fun because you got a lot of open world exploration and fun stuff. Like last stream, I did a fun combat challenge that I beat on the first try, which was crazy. I got a ridiculous amount of money doing it. So, looking forward to that on Saturday. Saturday night, we're going to do more Fall Guys. Okay? Another Fall Guys late night stream. Sunday, we'll return to Arkham City for a major stream. Alright? And then Sunday night, I believe I was going to do a bit more Paper Mario. That's right. More Paper Mario on Sunday night. So that way I get about 5 to 6 hours into Paper Mario this week. And hopefully, we can beat World 4 by the end of Sunday night stream. That would be great. I don't know if we will, but we'll see. And then Monday, Nier Automata, and another Fall Guys stream. So again, this is the second straight week that I'm doing 3 different sessions of Fall Guys. I hope you guys like it. If by the end of this week you guys start to get bored of it, I'd be okay with phasing some of it out, but you guys tell me you like it and you want to see it more. So I'm like, hey, I like playing it. You guys like watching it. Why wouldn't I continue to do so? It would be pretty silly if I stopped playing what you guys like the most, right? So there you go. That's the schedule, okay? Now, the week after that, things are going to heat up because we're going to have multiple new releases, including Marvel's Avengers and the Tony Hawk Collection. Incidentally, those will be our first major releases of the hardcore gaming season or fall gaming season, whatever you want to call it, of 2020. And it's going to be pretty crazy busy over the next few months with so many releases coming out. So I hope you guys will join me for all of that. Okay? Good stuff. So, I'm excited for those streams. By the way, guys, yes, the poll to vote on the marathon that's going to take place in September is still live, and I decided I'll probably close it either tomorrow or Friday. So you have one more chance. If you have not voted yet on what kind of gaming marathon you want to see, please do. The choices are as follows. We've got Indies Marathon, Classic Mario Marathon, or a Rage-a-thon, where you will be able to nominate rage-inducing games, okay? So, last chance. I've heard the voting is very close. Either tomorrow or Friday, I'll probably check on that to see, gee, are all the votes legit and everything. And then we will announce what is the type of marathon. And if it is either indies or rage-inducing games, then you guys are going to have the opportunity to nominate games for those marathons. Okay? Good stuff. When is that marathon taking place? Probably late September. Excuse me. Yes, late September. Sorry. Trying to figure out what time it's still freaking August. It feels to me like we're already into September, but we still pretty much got a whole week of August left. So, all right, yes, good stuff. Now, one other thing, guys, you may have noticed, sadly, we lost a bunch of subs. There's nothing you can do about that. It happened when I wasn't here. When I'm not here, people are not going to resub because likely they're not even aware that their subscription expired if I'm not here live, right? I suspect we will get some resubs today as people come to the stream and realize, oh crap, my sub expired. Or it could simply be that a bunch of people who had gifted subs, they expired. And they will now be choosing, gee, should I continue that gifted sub or not? So if you do, thanks a lot. You guys know the awesome benefits of being a sub to my channel, getting over 40 emotes, right? Which is really awesome. Not having to watch ads when I take ad breaks and getting a cool crown badge in the chat to show how long you've been an ongoing sub and supporter. So good stuff there. And I hope you'll consider becoming a sub, maybe if you're not, or continuing your sub if you had one and it expired. Thank you for that support. There will be a subscriber goal in September, and it'll be pretty important because it'll all be related to my upcoming Halloween event, as we usually do a Halloween event every year. This year will be no exception. And the sub goals will be related to that event. Okay? But that's coming up in about a week. I will, let you know as we get into September how that's going to work. Okay? Good stuff. All right. I'd like to talk a little bit about news. Okay? A little bit about the news. Let's get right into the news. Oh my God. Like anything that guy says is fucking news. It's not. All right. First of all, I have a lot of things to talk about today. First of all, the PlayStation Plus games, the ones that are free if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, have been announced for the month of September. These are either going to be games that sound great to you or are absolutely terrible to you. Street Fighter V, and PUBG. PUBG. Wow. First of all, Street Fighter V has been out since what? 2017? I think the beta came out in 2016. I could be wrong, but I think the beta was 2016. The actual game released in early 2017. And the game has gone through so many seasons at this point that just buying the base version of Street Fighter V, you're getting maybe like 30% of the content of the game. I mean that too, because there's been like every year there's at least a season, and each season is like 5 to 6 characters. So you're talking like if you just got the base version of Street Fighter V, you're only getting like half the cast of characters, and you can't even play as half of them, so you won't be able to learn how, their abilities or anything to counter them. So at this point, getting the base version of Street Fighter V for free, I would say is pretty underwhelming. And wasn't it true that it's already been free? I had heard that the game was already free like before, but I don't think it was PS Plus. There was like something else going on, like they had a promotion or something. So this isn't a big deal. I think that you can actually get the game for like $5 to $10 anyway, because they've had so many DLC expansions that people know the base version of the game is pretty much worthless at this point. So I mean, if you've never played Street Fighter V before, and you just want to play it and mess around with it, the game does have a story mode. It's not very good. I played it, and it's pretty shitty. I believe it does have that challenge mode where you fight waves of enemies. It's like a survival mode, and that's pretty shitty too. The game very much is focused primarily on the online competitive nature of it. And good luck learning the game when you can only play as half the characters. You know? I mean, unless you want to drop a ridiculous amount of money. Right? Isn't it like $40? Okay, Young Remy just said $30. So $30 and you'll get the whole cast. So you know what? Of course, this is exactly why this is free for PS Plus. Capcom has been probably looking at sales of Street Fighter V and realized they're way down, because who the hell's going to buy the game 3.5 years after it's out? Everyone realizes there's no point because it's just all DLC content at this point. So make it free for PS Plus. See? Hopefully it hooks someone. And then you'll want to spend the $30 for all the DLC content. They're hoping making this free for PS Plus is going to bring in a flood of $30 transactions so people will have the whole cast. See that? So, I see what they're doing there, but I can't imagine why anyone would be excited about this being free for PS Plus. It's pretty much a ploy. See? The other free for PS Plus game, PUBG, I have no idea how PUBG performs on PlayStation 4. All I can tell you is, since launch day on Xbox One, which was what, at this point, 3 years ago or something like that, that game ran like total duty. It's the game that got me into Battle Royale, because it was the first major Battle Royale game I ever played, but man, is it terrible. It's just really bad. The frame rate's terrible, the controls are massively delayed, and after it being out for years, they didn't even improve it. They claimed they did, they never did. It still runs like shit to this day. So I have no idea if PUBG runs better on PlayStation 4, but I can just tell you on Xbox One, it is a joke, okay? I can't imagine why PUBG was ever a charge game anyway, because most of its major competitors, right, like Fortnite, H1Z1, they're free. And then you obviously pay microtransactions for things in the game, and that's how they make their money. For some reason, PUBG always made you pay to play it on consoles, which makes no fucking sense at all. It's got a free-to-play model, but makes you charge for it. I see, when it first came out, way back when, 3 years ago, you had to pay for it because it was Xbox Game Preview. It actually officially had not been released yet, and it was a way for you to play it early, right? But now, I can't imagine why anyone wanted to pay money for that game. It was so bad. So now you don't have to. Now you get it for free for PS Plus. Woohoo. So in my opinion, one of the weakest one of the weakest free for PS Plus months I've ever seen in my life. But it is what it is, I guess. By the way, before we get to more game news, I just wanted to say this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you live in the United States and you live in the southern or southeastern U.S., please heed the warnings of public officials. Right now, there is a very, very powerful, insanely dangerous hurricane heading to the southeastern United States, and it's supposed to very negatively affect the states of Louisiana, Texas, possibly Arkansas, and they don't know because it's so big, and they don't know how big it's going to get. They don't know how many states this is really going to affect, but apparently this is one of the worst situations they've seen for a hurricane in many years. Some people are worried it's going to end up turning into a Katrina-level event. Remember Hurricane Katrina? This is not good. So please, if your public officials are telling you to evacuate, please do. Please do not hang around and hope for the best. I can tell you right now, wishful thinking will not stop a hurricane. I want you guys to be safe. I know that I have viewers down there. All right? Please be careful. Please be safe. And please take care of yourselves. All right? Okay. Continuing on, back to game news. Fall Guys Well, we all know Fall Guys has been insanely popular over the past couple of weeks. Just how popular, though? Well, it's gotten 7 million buys on Steam. That's the PC client. And it is the biggest downloaded PlayStation Plus game ever. Meaning, you know, every month you have free for PS Plus. It's the biggest downloaded one in history. Okay? That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy for a game like this. You know, a game that you would think, if it weren't for hype that kind of exploded out of nowhere, this game maybe would have been brushed under the rug and never played. You gotta wonder why games like this somehow get as popular as they do, right? And I know, you know, basically a bunch of very popular streamers got early access to the game somehow, and that gave it like early popularity on Twitch, and it just kind of grew from there. I mean, it's on pace to basically be the next Fortnite. And I hate to say it, the game's much better than Fortnite. Even though the game is silly and it's little digestible clumps of activity and minigames, it's actually better than Fortnite in my opinion. Now, obviously, I don't think the game's perfect, and I think there's things they need to improve. I've told you guys about connection issues, and some of the games, like when you're trying to grab the tail and stuff, don't seem to be as good when it comes to the connections as others, but it's definitely a silly, fun game. I definitely understand why it's popular, because I love it too. You know, I'm enjoying playing it. Every time I play it, I get my adrenaline pumping. Oh, yeah, I gotta win, man. And we go crazy here on the streams. I definitely understand why it's a game that's gotten its popularity. So, that's amazing. You know, congratulations to these guys on a job well done. But again, the question that's burning in everyone's mind is as follows. Will it retain its popularity, or is it going to fizzle out and die? And I think ultimately that's going to depend on two things. Number one, will there be enough new content coming up, new mini games and things added to keep it fresh so that it doesn't feel like you're doing the same thing and you get bored within, say, a few weeks of playing it? And number two, oh my God, excuse me. That was absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry, everybody. Number two, will they add enough DLC content in the clothes and things to keep you excited? Because the truth is, if they just keep the same kind of stuff in rotation and don't add a lot of stuff that would incentivize people to keep playing, why would they keep playing, right? Oh, I can be the ultimate champion of Fall Guys, but all I can unlock is the same chicken costume in 12 different colors. I don't care. But if they can add these really cool new skins, like the Peabody skin was a great first start. Now I'm curious, what are the next new skins they're going to add? Because it seems like every single company wants to get in on having their skins in Fall Guys. So you can imagine the amount that they're going to add and all the licensing tie-ins and everything. And it would be amazing if you see all these different characters doing it. So they've definitely got to keep it going with new content, new stages, and new customizations. If they don't, the game might die, even though it's popular. So we're going to see what happens. But I hope, I'll be honest with you, all right? I hope that it does do well. I like the game. I think it's a game that has good intention, right? I think that it's a game that's kind of almost wholesome when you think about it, you know? I don't think the game is predatory. Unlike a few other games out there, I do not feel this game is predatory on kids. I think kids can play it and not have to worry about being addicted to it. You know what I mean? Like Fortnite, I'm sorry, but they changed their game from being tower defense into a game that ripped off other battle royale games and then literally added in as many microtransactions as possible to hook children. You know what I mean? This game doesn't seem like that's what they're going for. And I like that about it, that it's a game that's becoming popular, but it may become popular because it's just virally fun to play instead of, oh, we hooked kids with fucking microtransactions and shit. You see? I guess we'll see. But so far, so good. I'm very happy that it's doing well. Today, supposedly we're supposed to get information on the next Call of Duty, which is called Cold War. There are rumors that it's going to be a direct sequel to Black Ops 1. Okay, which would be interesting. Because Black Ops 1 is the one that most people like really enjoy. I remember playing Black Ops 1. I remember the campaign. Wasn't that the one where when it opens up you kill, I think it's supposed to be like you're killing Fidel Castro or something like that, but then you find out it's not him, it was an imposter, you didn't really kill him. And then it leads you down this whole path of, you know, Black Ops stuff, and you're all screwed up in your head and shit. I remember that. That was a good game. So we're supposed to get information on this. today, I think people are saying the trailer just came out like literally as I was broadcasting. So obviously I haven't seen it. Okay. It is a sequel to Black Ops. Okay. Oh, nice. It's a brand new, it's a brand new game engine. Brand spanking new. Well, that's good. All right, cool. So, I don't know when it comes out. I don't know if they give a release date. But, all right. All right, fair enough. I'll give that a shot. Hopefully it's better than fucking Modern Warfare, because, man, did that game suck shit. It was so bad, man. Modern Warfare is one of the worst Call of Duties in recent memory. Just terrible. November 13th. Ooh, I got to add that to my calendar. All right, guys, hold on. I'm going to add that to my gaming calendar. November 13th. Cool. All right. All right, very good, very good. I'm pleased at that. I hope it plays like, if it plays like Black Ops 1, I'd be happy. Not to say that Black Ops 1 was the best game ever, but it was very good. I just hope Treyarch doesn't fuck things up. Remember, they did fuck up Black Ops 4. I'd say Blackout was the best part of Black Ops 4. So, I guess we'll see what happens. Okay, and but by the way, even though I didn't like Black Ops 4 multiplayer, I still liked it way more than Modern Warfare multiplayer. So, just saying. Okay, so that's good. Now, I thought there was one more piece of gaming. Oh, that's right. This new game, Wasteland 3, came out. And just so you guys know, I'm not interested in it at all. It seems to be, isn't it one of those grid-based, turn-based games? Isn't it somewhere like XCOM or something like that? I don't know, but it just doesn't seem interesting to me. I never played Wasteland 1 and 2. I'm in the midst of so many other playthroughs right now. I have zero interest in it. I hope it does well. If it is a well-made game, I've actually heard some people talking about it on social media this morning saying it's quite good. That's great. It just doesn't seem to be my cup of tea. So I hope you guys, if you're interested, you'll play it and enjoy it. But it's not something that I'm going to be checking out. Okay. Oh, yeah, and the new Kingdom Hearts game. Definitely, man. Yeah, I'll be playing that one. It's a rhythm-based game anyway. This is the rhythm-based Kingdom Hearts game absolutely no one talked about, and even Kingdom Hearts fans are upset about that they're making this. No, I will not be playing that later this year. Okay. All right. That's really the news, guys. That's really all I got. I think I covered the major stuff for today. Let's now get into shout-outs. Here we go. So, Golden Colts did several cheers yesterday during my day off, so I just want to give a shout-out to Golden Colts up front and say thank you very much, sir, for that support. When the stream started today, that dude Roz gifted a subscription to Kevin Gunner. Congratulations, Kevin Gunner, and thank you for the support, that dude Roz. Lives of Her Soul did the first cheer of the day today. He says, Marvel Spider-Man on PlayStation 4 or Batman Arkham City, which one do you think is a better superhero experience? That's a tough question, man. First of all, you got to understand something. They're different console generations, and I think that Batman Arkham City pretty much did the best job it possibly could making a superhero game on the last console gen, while obviously Marvel's Spider-Man kind of went the step further. The graphics were much better. The open world was more robust. The game made you really feel like Spider-Man. I remember the story and cutscenes were pretty epic. Not to say that they're not in Arkham City, but I feel that like when you play Arkham City today, even this remastered edition, you kind of feel like, all right, it's a little outdated, right? While obviously Spider-Man, I don't know why I can't say Spider-Man. I almost said Superman. Spider-Man is definitely more of a modernized take because it's a more modern game. If you needed their respective time periods, that's still a tough question. All right, I'm going to go with Batman Arkham City. Only because, the only reason I say that is because Gotham City is very unique, and having so many of the trademark villains from the Batman franchise in this game, I remember there's so many side missions and each one has like a different Batman villain. That's really neat, and not to say that Spider-Man didn't have that too, like Spider-Man villains, but I just feel like this game really kind of hit it on all cylinders. And I remember when I played it, I was blown away. The only other game that year that I felt was better was Skyrim, and keep in mind, I'd never played an Elder Scrolls game to any extent, so Skyrim was outstanding to me, but still, like, this game was just really, really effing good, dude. So, I'm going to go with Arkham City, but you can easily say that Spider-Man is better, and I wouldn't argue with you. You know, they're very close running there. Okay, excuse me, another disgusting belch. Lies of Soul cheered again, 160 bits. So I guess I should put you up here on the leaderboard as the top cheer of the day, considering you've now got 2 cheers in for the day. Okay. He says, it was nice hanging out with you on your day off. Did I finally change your opinion on Batman vs. Superman being the best movie ever? No. And I wasn't hanging out with you yesterday. I was with my wife all day. So that's pretty creepy. I wonder who it was you were actually hanging out with. Do I have a doppelganger out there, possibly? A doppelganger. A doppelganger. Which is the original origin of the word doppelganger. It was doppelganger. And what it meant was a conjoined twin that grew on your body and then ripped off at some point during your life and became you. I'm kidding. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But no, I was not with you. Stop that nonsense right now. Lies of Her Soul did a 100-bit cheer again. 3 cheers. He says, have you seen any of the DC animated movies? Son of Batman, Under the Red Hood are amazing and show off a lot of B characters. I've seen a lot of them. I haven't seen any of them in like the last 5 years. But at one point, I was getting them all. When they would go like on demand digitally, I would watch them. And I agree, the DC animated studio, no lie, is and always has been far better than the DC real life movie studio. You know, the real people. The animated stuff is so much better. And they've been making these movies now for a greater part of like almost 15 years. And they're so good. And of course, before that, they made series like Justice League Unlimited, Justice League, Batman, Superman. All those cartoons are so effing good. I just don't understand why they can't translate that greatness to the silver screen with films instead of just, you know, digitally released animated films. But it is what it is. Dangerous Dave has resubscribed for 12 months. That is 1 year of support from Dangerous Dave. I thank you very much, Dangerous Dave, for that support. Internet famous McCroy gifted a subscription to Warner Brothers TV. Thanks a lot. I'm sure Warner Brothers TV will use that subscription quite a bit. Let's see here. Funny Mirrors tipped me $1.30, asking about PogChamp's chess streams. I have no idea what you're talking about. 0. I don't know what the hell PogChamps is. I would never watch a chess stream. But I thank you for your contribution. Okay. Very exciting. Thanks for the tip and getting the tipping started today. I appreciate that. Lies for Soul cheered again. He says, since you don't recite the rules anymore, does it mean it's free to do whatever you want? No, of course not. Just because I don't recite the rules doesn't mean they don't exist. And obviously, if you just look below the stream, they're publicly listed right there on the channel here on Twitch. My mods will obviously talk about the rules every once in a while. It's basically common sense. It's not anything that you're going to find here that's not on any other channel. It's just that sadly people like to break the rules more here. You know? But it's common sense stuff. I don't need to reiterate it a million times. Lies for Soul cheered again. 150 bits. It'd be cool to see you play The Binding of Isaac. It's a game you pick up. I already played it. Lies for Soul, I already played The Binding of Isaac. In fact, I remember playing it twice. 2 different streams. I think 2 different indie sessions from the past I played Binding of Isaac. You can find the gameplay on YouTube. Big D's resubscribed for 7 months. And says, thanks to Lunabuff for my gifted sub. Awesome. Big D's, thank you for the ongoing support. And also, yeah, thank you, Lunabuff, who had gifted some subs to people. Appreciate that. Dial Up Diablo Jose to me $1.30 and says, it looks like that Cyberpunk 2077 is going to have a November release date, but there's no apparent PlayStation 5 release date. For games that will both be current and next gen, are you thinking you'll play current gen day of release or wait till the next gen console? I'm always going to play it when it's new. You know? Like, for example, let's say Cyberpunk is coming out middle of November like it is, and let's say PlayStation 5 is coming out the next week, just a hypothetical. I would just play Cyberpunk when it comes out. I'm not going to wait the week for the PS5 to come out and hope that they're going to have a version on PS5 soon. That would be stupid. I'm a content creator who wants to cover the new releases and bring them to you when they're relatively new. I don't want to start playing a game 2 months late because I wanted to have a slight tweak in graphics on a new console. So I'm not going to wait for that. Absolutely not. I'm going to play the games when they're new. Now, if I'm playing a game on a console and it has a free upgrade and we want to check it out later and see, gee, how much better does it perform on the next gen console versus the current gen, I would do that. But, no, we're going to play them when they're new. Nose Vacuum did 100-bit cheers. Says, thanks for unblocking me on Twitter. I'll be a good frog in the pond. Yeah, what's funny is he emailed me on my day off asking, can you unblock me on Twitter? He was already unblocked. So, ladies and gentlemen, can I please, I'm not trying to make fun of Nose Vacuum here, but can I please just state something that's common sense? If you're going to ask me to unblock you from Twitch or Twitter or somewhere else, please make sure you're actually blocked there before you bother. I'm just saying. I get emails, oh my god, I can't believe what happened today. I got banned from your Twitch, and this is a horrible thing. I love your Twitch streams, man. Please, I'm really sorry. I don't know what happened. Please unban me. I go and they're not banned. I'm like, oh my god. Anyway, let's continue. The Anonymous gifted a sub. That Anonymous gifted a sub to Horny the Narwhal. Okay, then. Thanks, that Anonymous, for the support. The End tipped me $1 and says he respected how I've transitioned from a game streamer into a vest streamer. Keep up the good work. That's right, as you know. It's all about the vest now, not about the games. All right, but in reality, some people have said it seems like a lot of streams, it's all about the vest. Truth of the matter is, I don't, that's not my intention. As you know, I'm here to hang out with you guys and have a good time, playing games 9 times out of 10. Every once in a while, we'll be doing something different, but usually it's playing games. And that's what I'm here for. The vest was a cool, fan-invented thing. You guys came up with this year. And yes, it absolutely has become a part of the culture of the streams. We've got emotes of it. We've got all these celebrations based around it. And you guys obviously love the vest streak and still support it to this day. 256 straight streams where we have hit the tips goal. And we are continuing on very positively here. Thank you for that, guys. Again, I've told you a million times how much this is helping me. And, how this year it looks like I'll be able to do some fun stuff later this year. Definitely with the PS5 because of this. So thank you for that. But that being said, I am not all about only the vest. If the vest streak were to end, I would still be here the very next stream to stream for you guys regardless, So, don't worry about that. Xbox One is garbage. Tip me $1. Says Black Ops Cold War trailer came out, and I'm so hyped. Well, that's good. Maybe I'll watch it later. If it is, supposed to be in the vein of original Black Ops 1, that's good news. Because Black Ops 3 and 4 were terrible, in my opinion, when it came to the multiplayer. And Modern Warfare was really effing bad. Lived up to none of the promises that they gave. Oh, it's going to play like the original Modern Warfare. What? Not even fucking close. That game is duties. Alright, anyway, let's continue. Timbo Slice Charity says, they just revealed a single-player trailer inside Warzone. It looks amazing. It is a sequel to Black Ops, and it has a brand new game engine trailer it's been working on since 2015, and Ronald Reagan's in it. It takes place in the 80s. I'm excited, and I love it. Alright, sounds good. Thank you, Timbo Slice. Kate is here, did 100-bit cheers, said, Phil, happy Wednesday. Also played The Quiet Man. Sounds like she's jumping on the CM Fool bandwagon here. Well, thank you, Kate. Elon Jusk just cheered, says, someone who's in the path of Hurricane Laura, would you consider donating today's earnings to a hurricane relief fund for people that are affected? If I were to donate to any charity effort, I would do it behind the scenes and not do it publicly, because I feel that, as I've said many times over the years, charity is something that is made to be private. You do it because you want to help someone, not because you want to get public notoriety for doing it. You should not do charity and then somehow benefit from it. That's always been my personal belief. I have donated to charities over the years, but they're always behind the scenes, and you guys will never hear about it because it's nothing to do with my content, and that's not what this is all about. So there you go. MTC Dude to the $1.30. He says, speaking of games, the game you missed last year, Atelier Ryza is best-selling game of the Atelier series because it brought so many new things to the table. Have you considered playing Ryza 2 when it releases? No. But thank you very much for the $1 tip. I have no desire to play it. I've heard it's an incredibly drawn-out game, like super-duper long. A lot of insanely tedious things in that franchise that probably wouldn't be super entertaining for me, nor entertaining for a viewing audience on stream, which is why I decided against playing the games. I did some research, it didn't look good to me, and I said, oh well, I'll skip. So there you go. Okay. Then Anonymous cheered and he says, yo, 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 Pimp Supreme Ethan Klein is a fan. Host of the Hee podcast, or H3H3 podcast. Interested in going on their show sometime. It'd be a cool way to build off this year's momentum. I can get the ball rolling. What? Why would he want me on his podcast? What the hell would we even talk about? Let me put it this way. If someone said to me, Phil, I'd like you on my podcast because I feel you'd be a guest who would have something very big to add. We have this conversation coming up about this topic and we feel you're well informed on it and you can add to the discussion. Would you consider being a part of our podcast guest panel? I would consider that. Not, Phil, would you like me to contact a podcast on your behalf to see if you can be on it? No. Obviously, if they were interested in having me as a guest, they would have reached out to me. I'm not going to do that. I'm here to stream games, dude, and hang out with you guys. I don't care about podcasts. You know that. So the answer is no. Timbo Slice is here. Timbo Slice has cheered. And he says, the campaign is the direct sequel to 2010's Call of Duty Black Ops and will feature original characters, Mason, Woods, and Hudson, although you'll be playing the campaign as a customizable player character. Okay, thank you, Timbo, for the info. I appreciate that. Jordy and Paul has cheered. And he says, hey, Darkside Phil, I'm playing the Batman Arkham series as long as the games have been out. I've never been spoiled until the stream on Monday. You said Batman dies in the last game. Thanks for pointing it out for me. What? I didn't say that last Batman stream at all. So, and by the way, Batman does not die at the end of the last game. It's an implication because they wanted to basically have Arkham Knight end with a big, like, twist ending. So it's not clear if Batman actually dies or not. It's kind of an open-ended thing that you're left to figure out for yourself. But that's why people are kind of guesstimating that's why in this upcoming game, Gotham Knights, there's no Batman. That this is supposed to be like a direct timeline sequel, and therefore Batman's out of the picture while everyone else tries to defend Gotham City. So there you go. The Maniac Cop cheers says, would you consider playing Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition for Nintendo Switch? Happy Hump Day. For me, it's not Hump Day. For me, it's the start of my week. It's not the middle of my week. I would consider it. Would I'm saying I'm going to do it? No. Would I consider it? Yes. That was a game that I played way back in the day when it was a new release on the Wii. That was back before I was direct capture and live streaming. Instead, it was just me playing the game nonstop during daytime, capture hours, and uploading to YouTube. And as much as I liked the game, two things happened. First of all, I played it for an insanely long time. I'm talking like 20, 30 hours. And the game was moving so slowly that I was actually annoyed. And I like JRPGs, but the game was so fucking slow moving that I got bored playing it. That's not good. The other thing is, the viewers got bored. I was directly told by my viewing audience on YouTube back in the day, this sucks, it's boring. Go do something else, do anything else. We wish you were putting out more videos of other games instead of this. So I listened to my audience, and I stopped playing it. Okay? So, today, if we were to play that game, Xenoblade Chronicles, or whatever it's called, right? Chances are, we could have interactive streams where even if it's boring, we could hang out and talk and have fun and maybe make it a little bit better. There are long and lengthy JRPGs I've played. I'm playing one right now in Fire Emblem that the playthroughs are still doing well because we make it more about us than about the boringness of parts of the game. All right? So, we shall see. But for now, I'm not promising anything. Okay. Then Anonymous Cheer, said, shout out to Moist, the Charlie Critical, for winning an epic chess match in a tournament in only 6 moves. Balk Omega. When's the GSP chess stream? Never, because I'm not interested in playing chess on stream. I play video games. All right. Jordy and Paul cheers. It seems that Only Iced Coffee hasn't been around to give subs much lately. Has it been a fall wall between you two? No, he was here just the other night, in fact, and he was, talking with everyone, having a good time. He gifted a bunch of subs last week, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It seems to me like maybe you're trying to over-exaggerate the situation in order to try to make drama where it doesn't exist, so maybe you should just chill. Okay. Now, let's give shout-outs to those who have contributed so far this week. Of course, this will not be a huge list, because today is only the second day of the week for me streaming. Remember, these leaderboards reset on Sunday nights. Shout out to the top cheers of the week. In 10th place, Angelo Bestia. In 9th place, Timbo Slice GB is tied with Nose Vacuum, who's tied with River City Chosen One. So it's actually a triple tie for 7th place. In 6th place, we've got Golden Colts. In 5th place, we've got Ninstar Rune, who's tied with Yoshino Lover for 4th place, so technically it's a tie for 4th. In 3rd place, we've got Shadow the Hedgehog. In 2nd place, Shambuka 2020. And in 1st place, Liza Versoul. So thank you guys for your cheering support this week. In addition, thank you to those who have gifted subscriptions so far this week, including Internet Famous McCroy, That Dude Roz, Kubi Contract, and Angelo Bestia. Thank you guys so much. All right. Golden Colts just did a 50-bit cheer. All right. Thank you, Golden Colts. I appreciate that. Okay. So, ladies and gents, that's it for the pre-stream. We've covered everything we have. Unless anyone else has a question or a last-minute thing here, what we'll do is we'll take a brief break. I will use the restroom. And, Golden Colts is upset because he says that cheer pushed him into 4th place. He's absolutely correct. Golden Colts has been promoted up to 4th place with that cheer. So thank you, Golden Colts. Okay. Oh, stretching. Oh, what a stretch. AJ says, when am I finishing WWE 2K20? Never. I dropped playing it because it was terrible. I just stopped playing it. I remember during the story, it's like you have to beat The Rock, but the game cheats. The game blatantly cheats. I'm like, this isn't fun. Fuck this shit. And I stopped playing it. I'm never playing it again. It's garbage. So did everyone else. Everyone dropped that game. Okay. Angelo Bestia says he's currently playing Assassin's Creed Rogue, and it feels like he's replaying Black Flag. I heard that. I heard that it plays just like Black Flag. So if you like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, you'll like Rogue. Dad Mouse just cheers. His 4th place is as good as 1st. Is it? Is it? I guess if you're 4th place at EVO and the top-ranked Super Turbo player for the United States that year, it's just as good as 1st. I know what you guys are alluding to. I'm not born yesterday, guys, okay? All right. Anyway, I guess we will take a break here. I will use the restroom. And I'll be back with Batman Arkham City. Continuing. I'm excited. Wait a minute. Tongue Flick just tipped me $1 and says, is Batman a real person? Well, in regards to Batman the superhero, like Bruce Wayne, a millionaire playboy, using his money and wealth and power to create a superhero persona to defend a large city. No, I don't think so. I don't think that that Batman is a real person. However, there may very well be a person out there who maybe lives with bats or raises bats and knows everything about bats. He called the Batman. Well, maybe that does exist. That sounds more realistic to me than a man who dresses up in a giant Halloween costume and goes around beating up criminals in the streets. I'm just saying. Can you imagine? There's a guy walking down the street in a fucking outfit like Batman. What the fuck is this? Who the hell are you? I'm Batman. Look at this guy. He's actually pulling something out. What the hell is that? He's shooting strings around and trying to tie us up with this. What is this asshole? Quickly, get a baseball bat. Beat the shit out of this idiot. Okay. Anyway, guys. Let us take a quick break, and I'll be back with Batman. All right? Thank you, guys. I'll see you in a few.